278.2. If I do some morning public math, that means I'm down 6 pounds. Today is day 8, and I'm feeling good today. It was a smart decision not lifting yesterday. It allows me to lift today because even before I eat, I already have more energy. But this is how my body's looking. I think if I could automate one task in my life right now, it would be the food situation. Because I do love cooking. I've seen every Hell's Kitchen episode and Kitchen Nightmares, but it's just really repetitive and I don't use all the fancy ingredients or go that hard. I just appreciate the art of cooking. I was alerted that I have to make the avocado toast. And looking at the ingredients, it's really guacamole on bread. Because avocado toast would just be sliced avocado on bread. Dig in. I used to eat a lot of avocado, so I have this specialized tool. So we're gonna use this Aztec gripper, which basically takes the heart out so you can sacrifice it to the trash bin. The other side of the Aztec gripper is this cul-de-sac cutlery. And it digs it just out. So we have the bowl of avocado. Next up is chopped red onion, squirt of lemon juice, tiny squirt of mayo, salt, black pepper. So you just mix and mash this into avocado toast, aka guacamole on bread. What a fail that was. This is fresh rosemary sourdough. It looks fire, okay? I have 4 chicken wieners with some honey and salt. I have rosemary sourdough bread with avocado, guacamole, and some everything seasoning on it. 30 grams of banana, 50 grams of blueberries, 50 grams of raspberries, 3 whole eggs. The meal was borderline lacking in protein, so I added a 25-gram whey protein shake. I really don't understand why people drink chocolate milk. Just take some freshly squeezed almonds and whey protein powdered chocolate and give some chocolate milk with benefit. Today, I'm going to be smashing some legs. I'll do 6 sets of quads, broken up into 2 different exercises, 6 sets of hamstrings, broken up into 2 different exercises, and I think I'm gonna smash 6 sets of calves, and then do about 15-20 minutes of cardio. I started off with a full body foam roll, rolling out the back first, and then I did some hip twists, try and open them up for this leg day. I rolled out my glutes, and then I worked on the hamstrings before moving on to my calves, oscillating back and forth to try and get all sides of it. And then I worked on my quadriceps, and then finally my IT bands, one of the most overlooked ones. I spun the block back onto the quads because they're super sore. And then I moved into my active mobility, starting with Captain Morgan's with a 30-pound kettlebell. I kind of look at opening up my adductors and my hip flexors. I did the world's greatest stretch with a little twist to open up my T-spine, hips, kind of just a nice full body, all around active mobility exercise. And then moved on my first compound movement, which was the belt squat. I did 3 sets of 8 reps. Before moving on to my hamstrings, I used a unilateral hamstring curl machine. It's great for isolating each individual hamstring and making sure they're both getting work. I smashed some lighter weight but super controlled trap bar deadlifts for 3 sets, 10 reps. And then I moved on to the backward sled walk to hit the quads and also for the knee health. I love these. Moved on to some calf raises on the leg press. I ended up doing 6 sets of 10 reps. And then I finished with some cardio, 5 incline, 3.2 speed for 20 minutes, a necessity for this fat loss. Solid work, about an hour and 20 minutes, including all the stretching, everything, workout. Burned 818 calories. The hardest part a lot of days is when you don't have motivation, is just getting the foot through the door of the gym, throwing out the junk, setting yourself up to make it the easiest possible option to eat healthy and move your body and work out and get better. Someone commented that they were, low on motivation on day 8, which I'm day 8 today. And that's what I do, just set up the system so that it is the easiest thing for me to stay on track. Hopefully I don't suck down a gram of salt right now and we get a little mix. Christmas came early or late. Big fan of bell peppers. The best way I've found breaking these down is to just, the mountain from Game of Thrones, the middle section, crack it open like a little candy jar, throw this away and shake it in the trash. Throw it back down on the board, take your weapon of choice, and just cut it into strips. Just an easy way to throw in some veggies that taste good. I rarely, if ever, listen to music while I'm driving or working out. I'm always trying to listen to a podcast to learn something. And this specific podcast came out in 2019 with Naval and Joe Rogan. I listen to it once every year and I always learn something new from it. It's actually this podcast right here if you want to check it out. I think on Spotify Wrapped, it showed I had like 60,000 minutes or something crazy last year, and 95% of it was from podcasts. And since I can't use my tripod at the gym anymore, I bought this like suction cup thing that apparently is like a camera mount where I can just like suck out the air and stick it to any surface, even my car, window, or wall. So I'm gonna try that out and see how it works. Got a runner. All right, meal is made. Now, here are the numbers. Between the rice and the barbecue sauce, it is 70 grams of carbs. And the chicken brings in 10 grams of fat and 88 grams of protein. The bell peppers add a great flavor, and the chicken is becoming more and more of a staple as I learn to cook it better. Keeping bigger portions before I cook it so that it's way juicier at the end, and then barbecue sauce on top make me not want to stab my eye with the fork. Genuinely good. Sadly, I got some stains on this Lulu blue sweatshirt. This had the most reviews for success. I'm talking like tens of thousands of reviews. It's called Miss Mouth's Messy Eater Stain Treater. Works like magic. I just threw this on there and the stains are noticeable, so I'll be able to see if it works. Fresh and clean. Pretty big routine for me the past couple years has been facial moisturizer with SPF protection. I use this one and I think it genuinely helps my face stop decomposing. My fiance says I'm always supposed to be soft with my face, but I just kind of beat the shit out of it with my hands until I don't see any more white cream splattered on my face. My fiance didn't make it to the gym today, so we're doing a little home garage gym slammer. Got some TRX squats with some suitcase deadlifts, just a bunch of sandbags with a fat grip and a Lululemon bag. And then we have some glute bridges on the floor, and I just put the weights on her pooch. Then I had the prisoner do calf raises on the doorstep, some kettlebell swings with the good old-fashioned Lulu bag, and then reverse lunges with a heavy weighted vest. Everybody's fitted, tired, and ready to be fed. But here's how I slept last night. 7 hours and 56 minutes total. 7 minutes awake, almost 2 hours of REM sleep, 5 hours and 14 minutes of core sleep, and 43 minutes of deep sleep. So a little less deep sleep than the night before. Still not sure how I unlock this consistent hour deep sleep, but I'm just gonna keep changing little variables and seeing what's happening. I have 672 calories left for the day, 79 grams of protein, 59 grams of carbs, and 17 grams of fat. I'm probably going to do something easy and just cook my own meal at Chipotle and then have them deliver it. So just plugging Chipotle into my Fitness Pal, I can get double chicken, hit my protein, I can get rice, sour cream, corn, and fresh salsa, but no beans, and worst of all, no sides. So I'll just eat it next to a tissue box, or I'll let the rice catch my tears. But anyways, that's it for today. Down 6 pounds, so far in 8 days. Lifted today, have stayed consistent on everything so far. So it's just about stacking another brick. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Peace.